Hello! So, it's been a few days since my last warm up, and last time we left off with the cash grab. I was doing 3 different sessions of redoing a cash grab cover as a little parody, little fan art, and I just feel like doing something else today. Just picking up something new and just running with it, having a little fun. Different fun, but still fun. Yeah, just doing something else. And yeah, we will resume cash grab at another day. But yeah, today I just wanted to do something a little different. No problem. So, let us get started. I don't know, just had a wild itch to just kind of doodle today. I haven't actually doodled in a long time. So I figured, why not today? Hold on a second. There we go. So previously, I decided to have you guys on my second window where you guys can see all my reference, and specifically a second canvas window where whenever I decide to flip everything around, it won't make y'all nauseous. But I don't know. I feel like experimenting. I haven't been doing this for very long. So if I get some feedback and people saying they like it or they hate it, I'll know which direction to take it in. Starting off, not have all the answers. Trial and error. As a more brilliant artist once said, there's no mistakes, only happy little accidents. I wouldn't mind doing a warm-up tutorial one day if I get enough people asking for it. Honestly, don't mind the idea of doing requests in general. I always end up doodling with a face at first. Always. Used to be eyes. I used to doodle the hell out of eyes and try to build a face around it. And doing that enough times, I realized that's an awful idea. So I won't. Sorry about that. I had to move some reference windows around. I'm not specifically going for anything. I just have general art up on my second monitor. Just kind of get an idea for things. And this is honestly how my doodles go. If I'm doing on regular ass pen and paper, I'll just start on one corner and I'll just kind of spread some art around. I'll post it on my Instagram later. I did a My Hero Academia doodle session, just watching with the family. I was just doodling whatever I saw. This is really how my warm-ups go. It's just a lot of sketching. Until I kind of, I guess, see the figure in the marble, so to speak. There we go. So the neck itself isn't going to curve, but the rest of the body will. We're going to have it curved, but we're still going to have this everything facing front. I'll figure out how to do that eventually. I hear a lot of different artists prefer one specific gender or another. Generally speaking, I've heard guys tend to prefer drawing guys and women tend to prefer drawing women. So in essence, it's really not unusual to see women drawing a bunch of other sexy women and stuff. You would think it's a bunch of creepy guys just drawing a bunch of sexy women, but no, it tends to be just women drawing women. And the reason for this is it's really just reference. What do you see when you look in the mirror? Because not everyone is going to be able to have a model. And if you don't have a model, what else can you do but reference yourself? I personally have a really hard time when referencing myself because this isn't like oh, I don't have the perfect body type. This is, I was given a shit hand with certain genetics. I inherited my dad's figure, and as a woman, that's not. If you're trying to draw like an idealized woman, like Wonder Woman, I am not the woman to. I do not have the figure to be a good reference for that. I'm trying to get a good. All right, this and then the elbows back here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it toward the elbows back behind her, and she's got her hand on her hip. I'm not sure how well it's going to work out. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, but the other arm needs to be more relaxed if it is going to be like that. Yeah, there we go. All right. So generally speaking, this is how my shit starts. It's not where it needs to be. I really envy the other artists with years of experience where they can just start in a corner and just, they know exactly what frame they're going to use on the canvas. They know exactly where to start, exactly where to stop. Blows my mind. Like watching the speed draws of Frege. How he just does the hyper perspective and starts in one corner, finishes in another, fills in from there. Blows my mind. It's so incredibly difficult for me to do. And this back leg is posted. All right, this looks like trash, but I am going to go back through and edit it a smidge. Nope, wrong button. My computer does not like that I have so many goddamn tabs open. And I think that's a good time to make sure that, yes, I have the parental advisory tab on there, or little banner. Because I cuss like a sailor, and I apologize. I know a lot of my friends have kids, and some of them don't care, but some of them do, and I apologize for that. Because I know how difficult it is whenever you have friends who talk like a sailor, and you're really trying to have your kids not in that environment. It's difficult. Sorry, I got lost in thought. I'm trying to make it a habit of being a little more vocal when I draw. It's difficult. It's Cecil. Hell, I don't know. It could be. I always do quite a few layers. I do a super rough sketch, and then I come back in, kind of fill in from there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't want her eyes to be that small, but I still want them looking, I don't know, seductive, for lack of better words. Sensual. That looks better. I really need to talk more. It's difficult. Nope. Maybe I should do talking points. I just have them in front of me and just kind of go on a rant. That's a good idea. Go on a rant. No. Awful idea. Let's see. I could rant about Naughty Dog. It's not what you think it is. Don't click off. It's not what you think it is. It's simply, I used to be a huge fan of Naughty Dog just because I loved the Jak and Daxter series. Absolutely loved the Jak and Daxter series. Don't know why. Maybe it was just because that was the only video game I had. And I am definitely obsessive. So I really like the Jak and Daxter series. I didn't keep up with any of the franchises they made after that. So I'm aware that everybody lost their minds with The Last of Us. I had a grudge with Naughty Dog long before that. And it was selling the goddamn rights for Jak and Daxter. Letting another company handle that. Jak X was okay. I'm not sure who did that. Might have been Naughty Dog. I don't fucking know. I don't care. I don't really see it as canon. It's just a racing game. It's just kind of on the side. And then they made The Last Frontier for PS4. Again, I don't know who the hell they gave that game to. Everybody was waiting for the next Jak game. And they made that piece of shit. Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. It's one of those things where the game aside, it had nothing to do with the lore. If you're gonna make a game like that, might as well give it a different franchise name. Make it have nothing to do with the Jak and Daxter series. Just do something else. Do something else. Like I keep hearing with Lower Decks, and people just keep on doing this. They buy previously established franchises, and then they just make something that doesn't have to do with the lore. Absolutely nothing to do with the lore. All the fans get pissed, and it's like, honestly, it's not that bad. It's not fantastic, but it's not awful, as long as you don't put the Star Trek name on it. As long as you don't put Jak and Daxter's name on it. As long as you don't put Star Wars' name on it. Like, that could have been just a fun little sci-fi movie, but no. You had to put Star Wars franchise on it. And that's what everybody's so pissed about. It's like, you have people saying, oh, we didn't have the lore to go off of, or we didn't really care about the lore, or whatever. And it's like, come on. Stop subverting expectation and just make a good extension of the franchise we know and love. Or get your own. Stop recreating characters because you're lazy. Make your own. I'm making my own. And I love them. They originally were inspired by classic characters, but they have their own unique identity, and I love them for that. The story, no spoilers, the story is going to take certain turns. And it made one of my friends cry whenever they heard it. I teared up at a part of it because it's horrible and beautiful. The story issues, sorry, kind of went on a tangent there. The story issues that we have, it's going to be good. If you stick around for it, it's worth it. It's going to have its own thing. We got tired of seeing all these other characters get destroyed. So we're like, fuck it, we'll do it on our own. And we did, with our original fucking characters. And they're good. They're good characters. And that's not me shilling for my own thing. The original idea that I came up with was awful. I wanted to do my own thing because I couldn't get hired by whoever. Wanted to do my own thing as an artist. Ran it by my friend who is a writer. He came up with a better idea, and that's what we're going with. The better idea. And it's good. It's not even it's not my follow through. It's his. And I absolutely love it. It's nothing like what I originally thought of. Issues is going to be great. It's still up on Indiegogo. Go ahead and check it out. Links will be in the description. I think I'm going to give her long bangs. I have no idea when I started this video. Okay, I've only been going for like 20 minutes. Not bad, not bad. That's a little too tall. That's better. There you go. That's what it looks like so far. And this is all warm-ups are supposed to be. They're just supposed to be fun. Little doodles. Get you warmed up for the day. I really like working with the pencil tool. It's so incredibly messy. But I love it. Probably because it is messy. I used to do portraits. I used to paint and do charcoal and stuff back in the day. And it's so incredibly hard for me to go back and do like line work and stuff like that. But anyway, because I start off with charcoal and stuff, sorry. I say sorry and then I keep doing it. Because I start off with painting and charcoal and stuff. I've heard so many people say that they prefer watercolor. They hate oil painting and stuff because it's just too messy. Charcoal, it's fucking weird. They can't really get the hang of it. And I fucking love it. That's not a weird flex. That's just I am at heart a messy person. I am messy, and what a lot of people see as chaos, I see as just inspiration. Again, not a weird flex. That's just how I am. And Some people just don't function like that. They don't like it. That's okay. And what makes perfect sense to some people, cough, cough, Mike, I'm sorry. Michael will sit there and explain, like, whatever storyline that he has, and he'll have to explain it to me 5 different ways. Well, I'll be frustrated, I'll be crying, and I'll be like, I don't understand. Explain to me like I'm 5. And he's like, all right, let me draw you a picture. And then I understand it, like, an hour later. I'm not the smartest person. So when I say I thrive in mess and chaos and stuff, it's not a flex. It's a disappointment. I am so lucky I have responsible people in my life, because I would not be very far without them. People like Mike. I cannot survive on my own. So, with all that being said, I prefer oil, charcoal, all that stuff. I like blending things. I like shading. I like blending. I like it when it's messy. When it's messy and you can go in and refine it. Refine it. I like shadows. And I remember my dad used to get upset whenever he would come in and help me and critique my paintings. And he's like, you need to clean this up. I'm like, no, it's supposed to look blurry. And he's like, why? Nobody sees like that. I'm like, well, I see like that. And he's like, no, you don't. Shut up. Stop. But, like, later that year, he takes me to go get my my driving permit. And the lady at the DMV is like, okay, press your forehead to this little machine here. And it looks like if you've never used anything other than a chart, this device, okay, it's this box. Here we go. It's this box, right? It's an awful box. And it's got like this visor with these 2 little eye slits in it and like a little button thing. And you press your forehead to the button and the button slides in. And then when you're looking in these things, they all light up and shit. So that's what I do. I press my forehead down and I look in these little doohickeys, and the best way I can describe it is exactly what I said. The lady said, read to me the top line. I said, that's either a 5, a 2, or an 8. And she said, it's a 6. Can you at least try reading it? And I said, I can't. And she said, well, I can't give you your permit if you can't read them. And I was like, well, shit. Okay. The next line is a 7, an 8, or 2. I don't know why I kept on saying 2. And she's like, all right, well, it's 5. So you need to go to the eye doctor. I was like, ah, shit. So me and my dad went on a hot scramble to try to find an optometrist that day. Somebody that was open and who had our insurance. And they gave me they gave me a test and all that stuff. And my glasses wouldn't be in for 2 weeks. 2 weeks! Meanwhile, I'm still having to like make up, driving hours and stuff like that. They're just kind of stocking up, and I'm doing driver's ed, waiting for my glasses to come in so I can get my permit. And the entire time my dad's making jokes at the optometrist when I'm getting the test, he's sitting there saying, "What are those in the sky, father? Daughter? Those are birds! Oh, wow! I've never seen those before. I didn't realize that's what those were. I thought they were just dots in the sky. Ah ha ha ha." Just making stupid dad jokes the entire time I'm taking this goddamn test. So, 2 weeks later, I get my glasses. And I start crying. I get my glasses. I get in the car. We're driving home, which is like, what, 3 major intersections. It's super close to my house. And I'm already crying in the car. And my dad's like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I'm just like, the leaves on the trees. I can see the leaves on the trees. They used to be just as big old green blurs, and I can actually see the leaves on the trees. And my dad just starts laughing his ass off. And it's like, it's nervous laughter, because at this point he knows he fucked up. My entire childhood, I'm telling him and my mom, I have to get up out of my chair every day for class and like sit at the foot of the front desks to see like the notes on the board and stuff. And I was a hyperactive, dramatic kid. Everybody thought I was doing it for attention. So they refused to give me glasses. And I remember complaining about like reading. Everything was always out of focus. So like, okay, either you're nearsighted or farsighted. Pick one. You can't be both. I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I can't see the notes on the board, and I can't see, I can't pay attention and like read the words. Turns out it was just ADD. I can't read the words, not necessarily because they're out of focus, just because I couldn't remember them. ADD, which my dad had, which everybody kind of could have assumed I had. They just chose to ignore that fact. The notes on the board was because I needed glasses. So that is my story of just one of the many stories of I told you so with my parents. Why the hell did I bring this up? Oh yeah, the fact that everything is super out of focus when I draw. Yeah. So all my portraits and stuff, back to my original point, all my portraits and stuff would be hella out of focus and like blurry. And my dad made the comment of, why the hell do you draw them like that? Nobody sees like that. Well, I do. Called bullshit. Sure shit. I need glasses. Technically, excuse me, I still do. I just don't. I guess because I started eating healthier and stuff, I lost weight, which apparently can help your vision. I guess if you have like too many toxins and like sugars in your body and stuff, like it can inhibit your vision or something. I don't fucking know. But last time I went to the DMV, I was able to read everything off the board perfectly, and they're like, nope, we can take that restriction off your license now. So cool. Don't need them. Oh, the reason why I said health and stuff, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Talk to your doctor. Don't WebMD that shit like I do. I might be talking out of my ass right now. Probably absolutely talking out of my ass right now. But anyway, whenever I went to the DMV at the time, I lost a bunch of weight. That's why I bring it up. Because hormones are whack, yo. Don't unsubscribe. I'm a jackass. I want to make a tagline of, oh, I forgot. I need to put up a banner. There you go. Issues Volume 1, Be in the Comic Today. Back it on Indiegogo. Don't worry, I'm not the one writing the jokes. That's Mike's job. My tagline should be Snoots Von Snips, artist in joke graveyard. I am where jokes come to die. If you think I'm funny, there's something wrong with you. Good times. has been fun. Just kind of sketching this lady out, talking, ranting. Been kind of fun, guys. Oh, yeah. So, side note, because you guys can't see my environment, I pulled one of those little fold-up tables that we had in the garage. Like, that you, like, see at events and stuff like that. Some people actually have them, like, card tables or whatever, but it's, like, a long-ass table that can fold up and you can just put it away when you need to. Some people do it for, like, crafts or whatever. Put it in their closet. Anyway, we had one of those in the garage. And I'm a millennial, so automatically have hipster tendencies because we grew up with the internet, and everything that happened prior to our generation was awesome. We weren't alive when things were badass. We have so much technology on our hands that things are easy, but at the same time, things couldn't be more stressful because there is that much more information. There shouldn't be as much stress, but there still is. So we're in this little country, us millennials. Minimum wage has never been higher, but at the same time, you can't afford rent with a full-time job anymore. We're in this freaking conundrum, trying to make sense of it. And a lot of us tend to look back on older times and be like, you know what? That looks cool. I wish I could be alive, or I wish I could have been alive when that was around, when that was a thing. And that's how essentially hipsters are born. Some people take it to an extreme and it's like, I only wear things that are vintage. And it's like, all right, well, good for you. That does make you a better person. Shut the fuck up about it. Anyway, point of this was, oh yeah, millennials tend to be hipsters. I used to get a lot of shit for being a hipster. I kind of pulled my head out of my ass because I thought I was unique and so cool. And now I realize that it's not a new thing to recycle vintage shit. So I've pulled my head out of my ass. Anyway, I was looking into a lot of older cultures and trying to learn from possibly forgotten habits. Because I wasn't really raised with good habits, so I was doing research to see, like, what did other people do? So I stumbled upon Japanese rooms, how back in the day, some people still do. They have, like, tatami mats, and they have beds that fold up, and you put them in a closet for the day. They have floor tables, and instead of, like, sitting up on tables or on couches, it's just like, we have, like, a memory foam rug, and we have a table with a little heater on it. If you get cold, you just hit the heater under the table so your feet don't get cold. Put a blanket under it to where, like, all the heat stays under the table so you can snuggle around the table. You can lounge as if the whole floor is a couch, and I thought that was really fucking cool. And I was a kid who was broke and grew up on garage sales and stuff, so I just started collecting a bunch of Japanese shit. And that leg looks god awful. I'll fix it later. That's better. Not great, but it's better. Anyway, and especially when I got to college and, like, you had a desk and you didn't have much room to do much of anything, I went to a college that promised, every art student has their own studio. Did not have our own fucking studio. Um, it was like made in temporary buildings that had like asbestos and shit. They should have. There were temporary buildings back in the 1940s, and we were still using them for studios and stuff. So yeah, that was interesting situation, at least to say. So I started doing the whole floor bed thing back then, and looking into like how to make my space modular and like store, like looking into storage and seeing how I can like make my bedroom a studio in the most efficient way possible. So I remember wanting to build a loft bed. I was still living in my parents' house, and they're like, hell no. It's our house, our rules. You are not building that goddamn thing. It's gonna fall apart. Which is bullshit, because I used to build things all the time. Anyway. When I don't half-ass things, I can actually build pretty cool things. When I half-ass things though, yes, admittedly, half-assed is not okay. Anyhow. Like that hand. That hand is half-assed. It looks like shit. Anyway. So. How does that relate to a folding table? Well, I had troubles in Texas. And I moved from Texas to California. And left most of my shit behind. My bed, all of my art supplies I'd been hoarding over the years, all of it. All my books, well, most of my books, my drafting table, everything. All of my belongings that couldn't fit in 3 suitcases stayed in Texas. My computer's glitching out. Give it a second. So, everything stayed in Texas. And when I moved to California, my friends gifted me a genuine Japanese folding bed for my floor. So I can make my own little studio thing in my bedroom. I can do whatever the fuck I wanted with it. I ended up getting a coffee table for a desk, super low coffee table, and it worked for a little while. And then we moved. I moved several times, and where I'm at right now, it doesn't work. I pulled my head out of my ass, realized, yeah, I can have a space where I have to put my bed away every day. I have to take my art supplies out every day. That's fucking obnoxious. When I'm sitting here doing this full time every fucking day, it's not okay. Back when I was younger and I was doing it maybe on the weekends, that worked. But right now it doesn't. And today is the 2nd, 9, 2, 20. That works. So, anywho, at some point I needed to realize when I do this every fucking day, I just need to have a station that can just do this all the time. Have everything ready to go, like a cubicle, desk, area, office, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I needed something. Oh, come on, why are you being so goddamn slow? It's not happy with me. So anyway, I took the folding table out of the garage. You forgot about that, didn't you? Thought I forgot about it. Did not. Took the folding table out of the garage, got one of the folding chairs, put a cushion on it, and yeah, made myself a little office area in my room instead of just having it on the floor. Just wasn't working. So yeah, I have a desk area now. It's great. I need to at least do this hand. So what I'm going for isn't exactly like a perfect pose. That hand is god awful. It's just a pose. I think that arm is awkward. I'm going to shift it somehow. I think it's too long. What else? I don't know. It looks better, but it's still weird. It's just a weird pose. Which is okay. Because this isn't for anything, it's just something. It's practice. Not everything has to be perfect, but admitting it needs work. It's the only way you're going to progress. Understanding that there is an issue. What is it? The fucking AA thing? Admitting there's a problem is the first step to recovery. Same thing with art. Okay, this hand is just not going to happen. There we go. Yeah. This is why I need to stop bragging that I love drawing hands. I do. You know what I hate drawing? Arms. Fucking hate drawing arms. And the hand placement very much depends on where the fuck the arms are. Yep. That hand's trash. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to do the tried and true artist's way of dealing with unruly hands. Just wait for it. Wait for it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. My shit's glitching on me now. Yes. Hands behind the back. See, look at her. Now she just looks cute. She's like, aw, it's just little old me. Just little old me posing here. Just being cute. Trying to be cute, whatever. There's something wrong with your legs, little girl. Something wrong with you. Yeah. Your stuff needs to be right here. This needs to be moved over. Something like that. Right? I don't know. Yeah. Whatever. It's fun. Ooh. That's better. Nope. I'm going to have a little fun with this particular tool. The blend tool. Fingertip. Oh, come on. All right, that's not going to work. I've seen some people alter the fingertip tool differently to where it acts more like a watercolor. So I'm going to say fuck it. And I think I'm just going to do a watercolor instead. There we go. This shit is always fun. I really enjoy watercolor, digital watercolor. It's very fun. So same thing, how I was talking about earlier, I tend to go super messy, and then I go back in and I blend things. And even right now, I'm working on a gray canvas. So when I want to, I can go in and add highlights, which is why I do that. Well, one of the many reasons, but still. Round those ladies a little bit. Just like that. Subtle, but and then we're going to come back in here with the dark, come back in here with the negative, come back in here with the dark, come back in here with the negative. Make it bigger. Oh my god. Okay, so for any of you guys who use Clip Studio, I highly recommend grabbing a tab mate. I've heard people use hotkeys, and that is great. I used to use hotkeys all the time as well. However, I have a tablet. I do not have a separate keyboard. So hunching over a keyboard is a pain in the ass. Sorry, I have a computer tab, like a tablet computer. There you go, a tablet computer. Fuck. I used to have a Intuos, and when I had an Intuos, I would use hotkeys occasionally, but still I had to reach over the Wacom and fuck with the keyboard, which is kind of annoying. So again, if you have Clip Studio and you have the money to get equipment, I recommend getting a tab mate. This is not sponsored. This is a genuine artist's thing. I use a tab mate. I'm currently using it. And basically I have it, I'm resting my body on my left elbow, letting my right elbow do whatever the hell it needs to do. So if I need to make long, broad lines, I can move my elbow to and fro. Leaning on my left elbow as I am, I have my tab mate tucked under my right arm, in my left hand tucked under my right arm, just hitting all these little buttons and hotkeys. And it is so awesome, so efficient. Highly recommend it. I have mine customized to where I hit certain directional buttons and it changes the color automatically from my black to my transparent back to my black. And the top directional keys will switch between my most used tools. I think I have I switch between pen and pencil for one of the directionals, and the other switches between what is it, airbrush and watercolor, which is useful whenever I'm blending broad things. If I'm ever doing like landscapes or skies or anything like that in my backgrounds. That is the sound of a ferret itching their ears. Hello. She says I am so itchy. So itchy all the time, oh man. I know it's two completely different like shading styles, and they don't really work that well. But it was last minute decision. I don't regret it. And if anybody's wondering, this is very similar to the process of how I did the thirst cover. If you've not seen my thirst cover, head on over to Facebook and look up Limitless Comics. They might be on Kickstarter, they might be on Indiegogo, I'm not certain. But you can find somebody who's talking about Limitless on Facebook, definitely. Point being, my friends over at Limitless have a character named Thirst, and I did some work on that. I'm very proud of my Thirst cover. Yeah, I wasn't the lead cover artist, but I did do one of the variant covers. I think the bicep stretches down farther. Or is that... That's bicep, right? I don't know. My words evade me sometimes, and I say the dumbest shit. So... Alright, that is a muscle, I know for sure. And that goes down into here. So let's blend that fucker. Highlight again. Ooh, we are past an hour. I need to be wrapping up. So, previously on the cash grab ones, I was saying I will be doing a schedule at 8:40 every morning. That is way too hard for me to do. Not that I don't want to stream on a timely manner. I wish I could. I just can't. There's way too much stuff for me to do in the mornings before I sit down and actually get to work. So, I will just stream whenever I'm about to start working. So, it is very important if you subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Also, share the channel. We are growing. We are new. So, whatever... what do you call it? Whatever recognition we get helps out a lot. So if you can share, that would be a great way to support the channel. If you want to support us financially, we are running an Indiegogo for our flagship comic issues. I am very excited and very proud to be presenting this to the world, to the comics community. It is a project for fans by fans of comics. So if you would like to be in a comic, Issues is the perfect comic for you. It has many tiers where you not only get the book, but you can choose to what extent you are in the book. If you just want to be a background character, cool. We got a tier for you, very affordable. We also have other tiers where you get to be involved. You get to choose to be a hero or a villain. And if you are a rival hero, or if you are a villain who wants to fuck up a hero, or a villain who doesn't really give a fuck, maybe befriends a hero. It's a fun little sparring match or something. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you want to do. That's the point of it. Literally, whatever you want to do, let us know. Buy the tier and email us. Let us know what you want. Also, for anyone who does back it, there is an art contest. There is an art contest to any and all backers. The art will not just be in the back of the book. Our top favorite ones will be what do you call it? Our top favorite entries will be chosen to be chapter bumps throughout the book. So you will have legitimately featured art if your art is chosen throughout the book. And if you don't win, don't worry. You'll still be in the book. Just not a chapter bump. Which, honestly, over my years, I've done plenty of art contests, and I've not been included when the day is over. So the fact that we're still including people, like, I feel like that's a pretty great trade-off. So yeah, this was just a fun little warm-up. Not supposed to be amazing. Just supposed to be something fun. Just working on it. Whew. Yeah. Something to just get in the mood, get started for the day. This has been fun. And I hope you guys had fun watching this. Again, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you can tune in and comment on the next live stream. We will be posting podcasts, and I will try to do warm-ups most days. So yeah, tune in, hang out, bullshit, and I will see you next time.